Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Breakdown Automotive. Today we are doing a video a little bit differently. We are filming a story as to why I chose not to trade my 2011 Range Rover for the 2017 Alfa Romeo Giulia TI Sport, which is pretty much the first car that has captured my heart and my soul the way the Range Rover did with the L322 model way back when.
I've been in your waters.
Now before we jump into this video, I just want to say if you enjoy automotive content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and also don't forget to like the video. And better yet, if you have a cool or fun car that we can film with, go ahead and leave a comment down below because we're always looking for more cars to film with. Anyway guys, let's go ahead and jump into the video talking about why I chose not to trade the 2011 Range Rover for the Alfa Romeo Giulia. First things first, I want to talk about the Alfa and that it was the first car that really captured my heart and soul since I first found out about the 2010-2011 updated L322 Range Rover when it came out. I remember getting marketing material for the L322 back in 2010 and seeing the new design, and it absolutely captured my heart and captured my soul. That's something that has not happened since until I got the chance to drive the 2017 Alfa Romeo Giulia. Now the thing that I like most about the Giulia is that it has character, it has passion, and it has soul, which typically in an Alfa just means that you're going to be on the side of the road broken down. But to be fair, warranty. That's why I fell in love with the Alfa Romeo Giulia. It's something that makes you look at it twice. It's different, it's special, it's unique, and it's not a sea of gray, black, and white German competitors. It's different, it's Italian, it's sporty, and it's full of character and beauty. The Giulia is something special compared to its German competitors, and it's better in every single way. In fact, if you've never driven the Giulia, I highly recommend going down to the nearest dealership, which is probably 4.5 hours away from you, and test driving it just to understand what I'm talking about here. Like I said, it's hard to put into words what the Giulia makes you feel, but it's different than all of the German competitors, which are so focused on building the best car that they've built the same car all throughout their brands. The problem with that is they lack a lot of the soul and the happiness and the joy that a car is supposed to bring you. And it's kind of similar to where Lexus was about 10 years ago. They're building the best car, but not necessarily the best car. I've lost my desire for the BMW, the Audi, and the Mercedes because they lack all of the character that the Alfa still has. When you take a look at the BMW 3 Series, the Audi, and the Mercedes, they've all built the same car, and while they all have different grills and some different styling cues, once you get inside, it's the same story. The interiors are practically the same. While Audi may have the best infotainment system on the dashboard, BMW and Mercedes have practically built the same one, just different names. And the thing is, those three brands have been doing this for years, up until Alfa came along. And I know they've been selling cars in Europe for decades now, but it's been a very long time since Alfa Romeo successfully sold a car in the US market. And to be fair, you can't really call the Giulia a success when it comes to sales figures because it has not necessarily met the goals of the 30,000 a year units. In fact, 2 months in 2016 it sold nothing, and then the next month it sold nothing. The first month, in fact, it only sold over a dozen models, which really is nothing too spectacular considering BMW, Audi, and Mercedes are all selling thousands of their units every single month. And I can't figure out why, because to be honest, the Giulia is the better car in every way. And I know most of it comes down to the fact that most people haven't heard of the Giulia, and those who have heard of Alfa Romeo know that it's been a questionable past. Sure, Alfa Romeo have been known in the past to have some trouble with reliability. And I know that's shocking to you. I know that's shocking to most people, but it's actually true. They've not had the best reputation, which is probably why sales numbers are down. But let's be honest, current BMW, Audi, and Mercedes models aren't necessarily of the reliability similar to that of a Honda or Toyota. They're really not even that reliable compared to a Kia. Ugh. The Alfa is fun, it's different, and I can't figure out why people aren't buying it. When you're behind the wheel, you feel like you're driving something special, but it's something that can be driven every single day. And that's why it's the first car that I considered selling the Range Rover for. That is, up until I got to the dealership. First things first, the reason I didn't buy the Alfa was not because of the price. The 2017 model year with the dealership I was working with was offering $10,000 off. Now, I was more interested in a lease because, well, it's an Alfa, so by the time you've put 2,500 miles on it, it's worth about a dime in a crack pipe. In fact, it might actually be better to go buy an early 2016 model because they're probably worth so little. Now, the problem did come, though, with this. You see, the problem with the Range Rover is it depreciates almost as quickly as an Alfa Romeo. Almost. But the problem with the Range Rover is that I bought it in October 2016 for $24,980. I financed $23,980 of that, genius me, and on top of that I still owe $16,000 on it, which is not bad for a year and a half of payoff. But no. The dealership I was working with offered me $11,000 for the Range Rover. $11,000 for a car that was $100,000 new just 7 years ago. 11 grand! I'd rather walk home. And because of the $11,000 a month trade-in value, I was going to be financing about $5,000 of negative equity, which doesn't seem too bad until you realize that that threw all of the financing numbers off and put the payment up to $700 a month. And to be fair, we pay $700 a month for both the Range Rover and the 4 Series. So I would be doubling what I pay now. This was pretty much a shock to me because the dealership I was working with up in Ohio before I was working with this one said it would be $427 with the trade-in and with a $1,000 down payment, which is not bad whatsoever. But $11,000 for the Range Rover, that doesn't even pay off my loan. That adds $5,500 onto my finance, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but when you consider that the Alfa will then be worth so much less than that after the lease or when I'm ready to sell it, it would be worth nothing and I would have so much negative equity, I would be so far upside down I couldn't get out of it. So I figured the best thing to do would be to keep the Range Rover, because to be fair, it still has my heart, it still has the soul that I look for in a car, and I still think after all these years, it's perfect. Here's the thing, $700 a month could finance a brand new Giulia Quattrofolio, and to be fair, I would much rather have the Quattrofolio than the TI Sport, although that's more depreciation. Maybe I wouldn't. The point of this though is that I would still rather have the nicer car for $700 a month because I could finance a new Range Rover at that. And at the very least, if I couldn't finance a new Range Rover at that, I could finance the new body style at that. And I would really prefer to do that than drive the Alfa because to be fair, the one thing that appealed to me most about the Alfa was the warranty. Aside from that, yes, it's a fun car, yes, it's a great car, and I would buy one instantly, I would still always rather have the Range Rover. So it's kind of good that they offered me $700 a month for a Alfa Romeo Giulia that would be worth a dime and a crack pipe at the end of it, but at the same time, now I get to finish up my time with the Range Rover. And that to me actually does mean a lot. Even though it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, I still get to drive away in the Rover. Who really lost there? Overall though, with my little bit of time of the Giulia, I cannot still understand why people still buy the German competitors. They don't have the soul and the passion and the heart that the Alfa has. I'm still hoping that the days of gray and white and black BMWs and Audis and Mercedes comes to an end very soon, and I hope Alfa takes over the market. Unfortunately, if anyone knows Alfa from the past, you know that they won't. But we can still hope, because the Alfa alone, the Giulia alone, proves that there is still hope for the small sports sedan. And with that guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching this video. I know it was a bit lengthy for what it really was to get to the $700 a month payment, but I enjoyed making the video. I wanted to tell a story and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. If you did, leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and also if you have a cool car we can film with, leave a comment down below because we will travel anywhere in the US to film with it. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. Like I said, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.